What would happen if cars traveling at 200 kilometers per hour crashed into a giant wall? Today I will test different cars in BeamNG.drive, and the results will be absolutely insane. Each car will go through the same obstacle, but the speed will increase each time. Let's start with 20 kilometers per hour. Okay, that basically did almost nothing. Now 40. A bit stronger, but the car is still fine. At 60, you can already see the first damage. Now 60 kilometers per hour. Wow, the impact is already much stronger. Now 100 kilometers per hour. At 100, the car flipped over onto its roof from the impact. Now 140 kilometers per hour. Yeah, that was a very strong hit. Now 80 kilometers per hour. The blow leaves significant marks from the blow. Now 140 kilometers per hour. Yeah, that was a very strong hit. Now 180 kilometers per hour. At 180, I'm not even sure it can handle it. Now 100 kilometers per hour. At 100, the front part was badly damaged. Now 170 kilometers per hour. At 170 kilometers per hour, the damage is already severe. The front of the car is heavily crushed, and parts are starting to break off. At 120 kilometers per hour in the Lamborghini Huracan. That's where it gets really serious. The front end crumples hard, and you can see the damage spreading instantly. 160/Lamborghini Huracan. This is total chaos. The impact is so strong that the front end basically folds in on itself. At 200 kilometers per hour in the Lamborghini Huracan. This is complete destruction. Impact. 3, 2, 1. The car doesn't even hold together. It's basically reduced to wreckage on impact. But I want to test something else. What if we take a heavier car? Maybe it will handle it better? Now 80 kilometers per hour. Now that's a completely different story. The impact is noticeable, but the heavy-duty build holds up much better. The front deforms a bit, but nothing critical. The suspension absorbs the hit, and the truck keeps going with confidence. At 120 kilometers per hour in the KAMAZ, the impact becomes so strong that the truck loses stability. Even its massive weight can't save it. The center of gravity shifts, and the KAMAZ starts tipping over. The giant vehicle lies on the ground, completely out of control after the crash. At 160 kilometers per hour in the KAMAZ, the impact is so strong that the truck completely loses control. And in the next moment, the KAMAZ slams straight into a tree at full speed.